Hey, this is Ebube Olivia Akueme, and I'm coming to you live from Kent in the UK. How are you today? I hope you're well and you're good and you're having an absolutely fantastic Wednesday. I am. I'm rocking and rolling. I'm about to make some very nice. I'm about to cook dinner, and something that has to do with fish. Fish. I get excited. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but anyway, what are you on to this evening? What are you on to? Or how has your day been? I'm hoping that it's been going on well. Today, my question is, how do you get your next promotion? Okay, I think that when we talk about promotion, recognition, for people, it's something that excites some people. Maybe not everybody's cup of tea, but something that excites some people. And I think that, people like to get promoted. They like to be recognized for something that they are doing or they've done and all that. But my conversation today has to do with you not waiting on anybody to promote you, but you doing certain things in your own life, in your own space, that constantly promotes you on a regular basis. So there are three things that I want to share. And I've formed an acronym for these three things. It's called SAM. S-A-M. So let me get into it. The first thing is, when it comes to promotion, recognition, just making it people, what is promotion and what is promotion really? Promotion is some kind of recognition or awareness of something good about somebody. Maybe it's work they've done, or maybe, it has to do with certain display of their behavior or attitude or something like that. Sometimes in schools, teachers would, recognize a child for something. So in adult life as well, we do have those recognitions at work, in social circles. You can be recognized anywhere. And when you're recognized, usually means you're being promoted in the eyes of other people. You're being made, people are being made aware of that good thing about you. It can be related to your work or your career, and it can also be outside that space as well. So when it comes to promotion, the first thing is your ability to acquire skills, period. You see, the more skills you acquire, the more you get promoted. That's just very, very simple. That's life's philosophy. So I'm reading this very good book called Diary of a CEO. And one of the first things that he talks about in the book, and I really love this, is that there are 5 buckets you need to fill. But by filling number 1, it trickles down into number 2, especially when you use number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. And I'm going to explain what these buckets are very briefly. The first one is acquiring knowledge. Knowledge precedes skills. Before you can be skilled, let me give an example. Let's imagine, take this pen, for instance. And imagine that my skill was to produce this sort of pen, and it's, some kind of pen. In fact, this pen, it takes skill to do this. It takes skill to make the wristwatch. It takes skill to create anything. So the reality is, before you become skilled, you acquire what they call knowledge. So that's the first bucket. And so the conversation is, how do you promote yourself? The first thing is, you need to acquire skills, but preceding skills is usually your ability to acquire knowledge. Where do you get knowledge from? From books, from people that are knowledgeable, people that have been there. These are probably mentors. So there are many places you can acquire knowledge from, but then you have to turn knowledge into skills, and it's by putting knowledge into practice that you then get skills. And then from skills, the man goes on to say, your contacts, your reputation, and all of that. Those are the other buckets that would be, it will trickle down, because of course your skills will bring you, expose you to a different set of contacts, and of course from your contacts, that expands into your reputation and so on, your network, your reputation, and so on. So my conversation today is, how do you get promoted? You get promoted by constantly updating your skills. Never you stay in a place where you go or be in a place where you go, you know what I learned 2 years ago is okay. No, constantly be updating yourself, constantly be acquiring knowledge, be reading books, going for seminars, conferences, hanging out with the right kind of people that have the requisite knowledge that you need to update your knowledge, then put that knowledge into practice to acquire the relevant skills. Because once you get skilled up, okay, once you get skilled up, you get recognized, you get promoted, okay, because you're able to translate or transfer your skills into something meaningful for other people. So it is very, very important. And when we talk about anything like recognition or promotion, and you self-promoting yourself, not in an arrogant kind of way, but in a self-development kind of way, is always to never let go of your skills. Never let go. Never be in a place where you take your eyes off your getting better every month, every year, year in, year out. You're adding one skill or the other, or you're bettering the already skills that you have. Take me, for instance, I did a course earlier this year, and although it had to do with like the Microsoft Office, programs that I've used in the past, but this were like, it was like an advanced sort of level of using them. Why did I do that? To better my skills, to be more valuable. And that's what skills would do. It puts more value on you, more value on what you can offer, more value on what you can bring to the table, whether it's, skills as, in your career, where people recognize, okay, this person is well skilled, they know this area, or text, even socially, like if people knew, for instance, you're a better cook, you're a good cook, people want to, come around and, taste your meal and things like that. So there are many things that acquiring skills can do for you over and over again. So if you're wanting to promote yourself constantly, not in an arrogant kind of way, but in a self-development kind of way, the first thing you want to do is ensuring that you're constantly acquiring skills. You're constantly working on your skills. My point number 2 has to do with your character, your attitude. Attitude would take you... One second, guys. What do you want? May, what do you want? Okay, sit, wait there for mommy, okay? I'm on the phone. Wait there for me. I'll come back. Okay, so my point number 2. May, come and sit down here. Come, you watch me. Watch me do my Facebook live. Sorry, guys. Wait, watch mommy do her Facebook live. Okay, so you listen as well. So my point number 2 has to do with attitude, because your attitude is everything. So I mentioned at the beginning, there's something called SAM, S-A-M. So S, as I mentioned, has to do with skills. We've talked about that. A has to do with attitude. What is your attitude? Your attitude goes a long way, because your attitude is a reflection of, or a glimpse, let me not say reflection, but it's a glimpse of your destiny. The way you behave, the way your attitude is, it's kind of heading towards somewhere. And that's your character. And your character is your destiny, as they say, and destiny is your character. So, A there, the attitude is, what is your attitude when it comes to all these areas of life? The 5 areas of life I talk about, your health. What's your attitude? How seriously do you take your health? Things that you do, things that you believe, things that you don't believe, things that you practice, things that you don't practice. The same question will go in your relationships. The same question will go in your finances, in your work, on your career, and, in your spirituality. When it comes to work and career, for instance, some people believe that, I don't need to socialize. I just want to go and do my work and get out. And some people are like, no, their own mindset, their own attitude is, let me go in there and, socialize so that I know, there's certain things that sometimes, people would discuss or say that they probably would not say or discuss within an office or within a working environment, if that makes a lot of sense. So sometimes you're catching up on things that are happening outside. So your attitude towards some of these things will also depend on how far you can get in that space or that area. And finally, my number 3 point is this, that your mind goes a very, very long way. So I've mentioned skills, I've mentioned attitude, and the M there is for mind, because generally you're who you are, and who you are is made up of, your thoughts, and and your thoughts will then lead to your action, like I said, and so on. So it's very important that when it comes to your mind, you have the right thoughts, because the right thoughts, as I said, will lead to the right kind of action, and the right action, of course, will help you, will bring things like clarity, to be purposeful. Your mind will be, sort of like, you have that vision of who you want to be, and you're forthright. So having the right kind of mind would help you in any one area of life. So never you forget that if you want to self-promote, like I mentioned, in a self-development kind of way, not an arrogant kind of way, then definitely working on your SAM, your skills, your attitude, and your mind will take you so far. So explore these thoughts. And until next Wednesday, my friends, never forget that when it comes to promotion, being recognized by other people, for something who you are, something what that you've done, and all of that, it comes from growing your skills, updating your skills, working on your skills. That's point number one. Point number two is your attitude. Your attitude would determine how far you can go. It also would change or shape your destiny. And of course, your destiny is your character. Your character is your destiny. May, isn't that it? Yes? Good girl. She's nodding. She's like, yes. And of course, your mind, who you are, with the right thoughts, the right action, that will help you to have the sort of clarity that you need, being purposeful, having vision, being forthright, all those sort of things that can help you advance, yourself when it comes to the 5 areas of life: in your health, in your finances, in your work or career, in your relationships, and in your spirituality. So if you're just tuning in now, I was talking about how to self-promote yourself. How can you be promoted? So promotion is as a result of those 3 things: skills, attitude, and your mind. Until next time, my friends, work on your SAM. Take care, my friends. Bye. May say bye.
Bye.
Say see you later.
See you later.
Good. Bye, guys. Be better.